Everybody, welcome to the show.
Hey,
Let's put a ring on
put
it.
a ring on it.
Hosted by the Steezes.
KB and Nate.
These are relationship goals. Hey, put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. These are relationship goals. Hey, put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. Yeah. And if you like it, you should put a ring on it. Yeah. Put a ring on the Steezies.
I don't think we can do it together, babe. You make me nervous.
Welcome once again to another episode of Put a Ring on It. That's right. We definitely lost count, so we ain't counting. We just doing shows.
Basically.
So we back with another one. You know, I'm Nate Steezy, Nate Starworth, depending on what circles you in. And this fine guy that's next to me. Go ahead, babe.
I'm KB. Mrs.
Didn't I
Steezy.
tell you can't do that pause before you come in? When I do that, you got to come right in. I'm about to Joe Jackson you in a minute.
I said what I said.
Anyway, we got another good show for you today.
Yes.
We got another, young brother doing big things in the hood, giving back, and been doing it for a while. He got a lot going on. He's doing a lot, He come from my hood over there, Henry
He's gonna
Ford.
throw that out
When I left, he carried the tradition like it was supposed to be. So I'm very proud to have this brother on my show. Let him introduce himself.
Terrence Sims, Coach Sims nowadays.
Nowadays. Don't talk it to the mic, Coach Sims.
All right.
All right, so we got Coach Terrence Sims here is the newly appointed head coach of Loyola football. Let's put a ring on that right there.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, Loyola is a program we familiar with on the show. We had Wyatt Jones, which is the principal of Loyola, on the show last week, talking about his book and Loyola. So now this week we got, the person at the head of the football program, another place that I had familiar with. I told you I had a son that graduated from there. I was on the coaching staff for 2-3 years there, so I know it's a good place to be. So tell us about that.
Oh man, Loyola, that's a blessing for me to be there. That was home before I even got there. So Wyatt Jones played ball with me from 2006 all the way to about 2013 for the Ravens. Our late brother Cornelius Burton also played ball. He was a Loyola alumni for the Ravens. And then a couple other guys. Yeah, I got guys on my coaching staff right now. B.J. Johnson. He's a little younger than them, but he from Loyola. So our original Ravens workout started at Loyola. We used to run through the hallways, run the steps. That was our weight room. We played basketball. That was our tradition. So Loyola has been home. I went up there with Coach Cal, a little bit, and he asked me to get on the staff. I wish I would have. I would have had a state championship. But I just couldn't because of time. But Cal used to come to our Ravens games because of Wyatt and Corn. So, like I said, Loyola is home. So that was a blessing for me getting there.
That's what's up. So tell us, what's your prior experience being here? I know you mentioned they played with you on the Ravens. For those that don't know what the Ravens is, explain that. And you're also a coach of the Ravens as well. You the head coach of the Ravens as well?
Head coach and defensive coordinator.
Okay, so
busy.
you both head coaches. You hear me? You hear me? I was having time in Little League. He two head coaches.
Oh, my
okay.
goodness.
So tell them about the Ravens organization for those that don't know.
Detroit Ravens is a semi-pro team. It's not just a semi-pro team. It's the number one semi-pro team in the Midwest. The most winning
Put
organization.
a ring on that right there. So you want them to hear this when I make these cutbacks.
Oh, yeah. Most winningest team in Michigan in the last 15 to 20 years. We've been around 18 seasons.
Cool.
It was brought late. The late Jason Curtis was our past owner. I took over ownership now, but he brought it just to give young men a second chance in the city. Detroit has a lot of talent. I believe the PSL and everything is starting to just now come about, and all these guys getting these scholarships to Oregon and Florida State, all over the place. Back in the day, Detroit was a little slept on. So we had a lot of talent that was just kind of getting washed under the rug. So Jason Curtis brought the Ravens about to get those guys a second chance. We succeeded. We developed pipelines with colleges. We got guys a second chance back in the college arena. Just recently, last year, a guy played for the Ravens, Keyshawn Tyson, and went to the USFL.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yep, got a contract, so he's a professional. So,
That's good.
yep. All started by Jason Curtis, RIP Jason Curtis, back in 2005. I was there as a player from 2005 to 2019 as a player, coach. And then I just eventually took over as the defensive coordinator in 2015. And my head coach passed in 2019. I took over as head coach.
Okay, that's what's up. And now you said you're the owner as well.
Yep. Yes,
Now,
sir.
now what does that consist of?
Really, that's what probably prepped me to get this Loyola job because you're running the whole organization. They teach you. You got to order the jerseys. You got to book the home field for a bus trip. You got to book the bus. You organizing your roster, which Loyola we aiming to have about 35 to 40, but the Ravens we have 65 this year.
Really?
Wow.
So yeah, so you got to get your roster together, paperwork, everything. So that prepped me and gave me a good head start on running the organization. Even though it's semi-pro, it's the same thing as high school. So, yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's a lot of that's a lot going on just with the high school boys. I could imagine that it's a little bit more, I don't want to say stressful, but I feel like they're kids, so it's a little bit more work. With the semi-pro, I feel like they are already seasoned to know what to do and how they're supposed to do it.
You would think that.
I mean, that's what I think. Am I wrong? Is that wrong?
But I don't know if that's necessarily true. What you say, Coach?
Of course, high school is going to be more. High school is number one. That's my job that pays me. But semi-pro, once you set the structure up and the system, it kind of plays itself out. So yeah, a lot of the guys, I got coaches on the field. My semi-pro team, I got head coaches all across,
The
used to
team.
call PAL,
Yeah.
but the new Little League. I got head coaches all over, so I got coaches on my staff. So if I say, hey, this is what we run and this is the structure, they pretty much can take over. I got good captains and leaders on my team, so it's easier than high school, of course.
Yeah, but I was thinking about it like it's easier, but then I thought about it when you just said that, like, you have a lot of head coaches on the team. So is there any time where you say, oh, no, we doing this, and they be like, no, that's not the play, coach. We're not doing that. Like, what?
I guess I can say I'm blessed again because those guys follow, they follow me.
Oh, that's
they
what's
trust
up.
me, and I got, I played with them, and I was their leader and coach while I was playing with them.
Okay,
So,
that make a difference.
Now that I'm a coach, it's a little easier, They respect me, and I respect them, so no, I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
Okay. I know
Yeah.
that's right.
And, when you're coming into an organization like that, like you said, been 18 years, they've been winning for 15 years.
Right, so
To come to this organization,
It's already popping.
You can't come do your thing. You got to come do the Ravens thing. So I feel like that's one of the biggest things as well.
Yep.
I get that. That makes
100%.
sense.
Yeah. So now transitioning into Loyola, what were some of your goals before you got the job, and now that you're in it, been in it a couple weeks, what are your goals now?
Okay. You have your long-term and short-term goals. The short-term goal was to keep the team together. Because it was a little period where it wasn't a coach before I got named a coach.
Right.
So, everybody is kind of,
All
So
of
the first thing I wanted to do was meet the team, let them know, hey, you're okay. You had a good coaching staff last year. You got a good coaching staff this year. I'm confident the football is going to be the easy part. So let them know you got somebody here who knows football, love football. I'm going to give y'all everything I got. Then set the staff together. Same thing. It was easy. I got, half of the guys that was already there stayed, and then, a new half. So I think it was real good. So the kids saw familiar faces, a lot of things they're familiar with, but then, we got some new blood there too. So I think it's a good mix. My long-term goal is to get into those state playoffs strong and healthy, and we're going to make a run for it.
Okay.
Put a ring on that right there. I definitely believe it. Now, that's one of the things there. So how could a parent or, say, a potential athlete get into Loyola or get into your program?
It's a good question. Wyatt Jones is well known, like you said you had around here. Like Wyatt Jones is the principal. It's easy to reach out to him or myself. Loyola.com. or .org. We can get you the link. We can get you the information to get enrolled. But Wednesday, we are having a potential new player practice. So any new players that wants to come and just watch, we're having practice, having a good high-intensity practice to show them what we do. They can meet all of our coaches and meet our seniors. We'll give them a little prep to what we got to come. So anybody right now, immediately who, hey, you don't have a school, you got an 8th grader going into 9th grade, or somebody who left their school that wasn't playing football or anything, Wednesday at 4 o'clock at Loyola, we want to introduce ourselves.
That's what's up.
What's up? Now, going into the coaching process, how did you even get up for this job? Did Loyola come find you, or was it an app, fill out and, interviewing process?
Oh, yeah.
Or was you just, they said, we need TCMs, he the guy?
Well, I don't think any school can just name somebody. They got to go through the interview process.
Like, don't say
I
that.
don't know. I watch a lot of movies,
Say that. Don't care.
We watch a lot of movies, that's all.
Well, I think, of course I had to put in my application, and I went through a bunch of interviews. So I was already known in Loyola. I knew a lot of the guys. I knew some of the kids. I was in Loyola working out, not knowing that the opportunity was going to come. But I think it was just a perfect fit, with me having those roots in history at Loyola. My energy, I think those kids need energy. They need high energy. We got some good kids. They just need that extra little push that I provide. So I think it was a good fit. But, yeah, I had to go through the process, and I'm pretty sure it was some other nice names that was interviewed also, and I just was blessed enough to, get the job over there.
Yeah, I definitely think you're one of the good candidates
I
for
think
that
it's
job.
like sometimes you don't even know that you be in a space that is for you. You be so focused on what you doing, and they probably was looking at you before it even got to you like, what, me? What? Oh yeah, I could do that because you in tune with what you're doing. But they see it in you already, and it was claiming and it's yours.
Oh, yeah, it was a blessing.
So now anybody out there, any parents that got kids, thinking about Loyola or want to play at Loyola, you got to open practice Wednesday.
4 o'clock.
What's 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock.
4
yeah.
o'clock. Come try out, get in there. And Loyola is a tuition-based school. So do athletes, do they work with them, give them some type of scholarships, programs, or anything like that that's going on?
It's all types of programs and financial aid for folks.
Oh, they got financial aid.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I really know this, but I'm acting like I don't. They got financial aid.
Oh yeah. The guy who y'all here last week,
Yeah.
Mr. Jones, that's what he specializes in.
That's who you need to talk to, not me. That's what he said.
So a student could actually fill out, or a parent could fill out paperwork and get financial assistance to go to the private school.
Absolutely.
Okay, right here in the city.
Yeah.
So you have to
Loyola
put a ring
isn't
on it.
outrageous at all.
Put a ring. It's a good ticket on it anyway. It's not a lot, but even if it is, you got financial aid to help with tuition to go there. So if you want that quality education, I suggest you go look in Loyola. And if you're an athlete or a football player specifically, look at Loyola and Coach T. Sims. Now, pivoting off that a little bit, we already mentioned that he's the owner of the Ravens, Detroit semi-pro team, the head coach and the defensive coordinator of the Ravens.
You want to join the team?
My day is over.
I played against Nate before.
Yeah.
Maybe coaching staff. My playing days are done.
Well, come on, Coach Nate.
And
Oh Lord.
let me get back to what I was saying.
Sorry.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, he's defensive coordinator and the head
Yes.
coach of the Ravens, head coach of Loyola High School,
Yes.
and in the daytime he's a realtor. He's selling houses and property.
Boy, you got a busy schedule.
I think he's Jamaican too.
He might be.
So, tell us a little bit about that. Tell us how did you get in, or tell us about you just being a realtor.
Yeah. I got into the real estate during COVID. It all kind of worked out, and that's what gives me the ability to work at Loyola. I feel like I'm not gonna get on here and preach or super religious, but it was God. It kind of all worked itself out because I transitioned into being an agent during COVID, which gave me time to be home, study, and take the test. Passed it.
Yeah.
Gave me home to sit. I was sitting at home just studying, studying the market and everything. So I've been an agent for a couple years, and I love it. your schedule's flexible and everything.
Yes, I want to try to be one. So the first time I took the test, I failed.
Oh, okay.
I took a whole little class though. So I was like, and me and my brother did it together because we like to be, we gonna be the entrepreneur family, whatever. And he passed. So I was like, well, you passed. I don't need to be one.
How much wine you had the night before?
Well, I don't know.
There you go, right there.
I don't think I drunk before the day before I
I
took
do.
the test.
I think you did.
I was celebrating before I was celebrating. Like, I'm going to pass anyway.
Yeah.
And I was so sad. My brother was like, it's okay, sis. You'll get it next time. I'm like, ain't no next time.
So when you're a realtor, what are you specializing in? Houses, buildings? Like, what's your property and what's your area?
Okay, appreciate that question. I specialize in Detroit homes, but that I'm not limited to. So, and the only reason is a lot of agents, they don't know if you're not from Detroit. It's gonna be harder. I'm from Detroit, of course.
Exactly.
Right.
I understand the environment. I'm not scared to take on any challenge in Detroit. But to directly answer your question, I help with commercial and private property. So I do, buildings and homes. I am a listing agent and a selling agent. So if you have a home that you want to sell, I actually just got a referral from a Henry Ford guy. I don't know if I need to say his name, but I appreciate anybody that wants to sell a home. I can give you a free CMA. I can tell you what your home is worth, what the market says is worth, how much I think, my professional opinion, how much I can sell it for. And, I'm a full service agent, so I'll take you step by step on what we do to get your home sold. I'm at about 90% of every home that I've taken on, I've got sold. So I haven't taken on a home that I couldn't sell besides maybe one or two, and that's only because the owner had it overpriced. But
You say this ain't going to sell.
yeah. And I do work with buyers also looking to buy homes.
Cool.
So I can get you connected with a lender. They'll tell you how much you're approved for, and I can walk you through that process. Or if you're paying cash, I can walk you through that process.
Bring the money, baby. It's a lot of cash deals going on now, too.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
It's-
being a lender in this, or not a lender, but a realtor in this city, and buying all this property, and I ask everybody to come on this, how important is it to buy black?
Oh, man. It's very important. It's very important. Detroit is one of the cities, where we this is our city. It can be our city as long as we stick
ring on
together
it,
and work
yeah.
together, yeah.
True story.
And I see a lot of people doing things, even from Henry Ford, our age, like I don't want to mess it up. What is his name? Where he have he's buying up the block.
Oh, Yachty.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yachty.
he has a name for his
The
business.
block.
The
It's
block.
called The Block.
The block.
The
Okay.
Block Development.
And I love that.
Shout
I
out
love
to the
seeing
Block
that.
Development.
Oh yeah.
Put a ring on that.
Oh yeah.
That's my boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Early, person on the show.
Yeah.
Shout out King Yachty.
That's your cousin.
Starworth gang.
I love that. So just seeing that, giving back to the community is helping the community. I'm not only an agent. I've bought a couple homes, fixed them up,
Cool.
and flipped them.
That's what's up.
So I'm building my portfolio there. And every time I buy a home, I need contractors. So the good thing is the Ravens, everything I've just got guys from the Ravens, which is young guys starting their businesses that needs work. Hey, I need a painter. He has a painter business. He's starting out. Come on. Landscaper, drywall guy, roof guy, and all my guys on my team, they come, we work together. So I'm building a little team in a portfolio where I want to eventually show other people how to buy, fix it up, and flip.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
To record it.
It's a lane for that too. Like people are doing that, and then they're doing either like I don't know, not podcasts, but they're doing where you can buy my plan on what I do,
Oh yeah.
and you can sell
yeah.
that too.
That's the goal.
Yeah, that's what
I'll help you out. Yeah. Once my portfolio is big enough, I want to train people on how to do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what's up. That's what I want.
Now, give us a little bit of how you feel your personal experience was navigating through this realty game. Like, how do you feel about it?
as much as I've done in my early career, I'm still, learning every day. I'm no professional, so I work for Keller Williams in Troy.
Okay,
And I
cool.
took that office for a reason, so that I can learn the other side. I can learn and work with folks that I wouldn't work with in my everyday life.
True. Yeah.
It's called Silver Team. James Silver, he's a young millionaire. He's in his 40s, so he's doing real good. And that's the broker I work under. So it's a lot of good training on outside of Detroit. Working in Detroit, I kind of had to learn myself, call a couple people that I know, and I made my mistakes and learn from experience. But I'm getting that other teaching and other experience from the office I'm in out in Troy.
Yeah.
So I'm learning every day.
That makes sense, though. I mean,
Well, we know.
they buy houses too.
I mean, they buy houses everywhere.
Hey, the money's is one color,
That's it.
green.
Wow. So what would you tell to the next person that's in there right now getting ready, preparing to take their realtor exam? What would be good advice that you would give them?
Well, if you are looking to really make a career out of it, go ahead and take that time and invest. So what a lot of people is doing is they're doing the class or studying while they're doing other things. And they're not giving it their focus.
Yep.
So, like I said, I was blessed to at that time I was at home, and that's all I was really studying. I took it serious because this is
Exactly.
what I plan on doing. So, if you're gonna go ahead and take that test, take it serious, devote that time, and if you devote that time, I'm pretty sure it'll be okay, it'll be easy to pass.
Yeah. So now I gotta know on a little pivot with all this going on, what we mentioned. Are you single or are you married? What's going on?
Oh yeah.
I'm single.
Oh, he's a single dude. You gotta be single. All that stuff you doing.
I know you ain't got time.
You ain't got time for nothing else.
She's gonna be like, "What you about to do?" now?"
I got a lady friend.
Yeah.
Dating.
Dating.
Okay, that's the word. We talked about the dating word again last time.
Dating.
See, but dating with men and women mean two different things.
Right, because you could be saying you dating, and she thinks she in a full-fledged relationship.
Now, this is where I kind of lead the show. Because I told you I wasn't talking about no relationships.
We ain't about,
No, I'm joking.
we ain't about to P. Diddy and Young Miami you.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm joking. But, no, I mean, we dating and we getting to know each other and,
Yeah. So do you see yourself getting married in the future? I'm not saying with this person, this woman. I'm just saying in general. Do you think marriage is like one of your goals?
I think so. I think he's
100%.
a marriage type of
Yeah,
guy.
I thought he was married. He give me like,
Mary vibes.
Mary vibes.
Well,
Like,
that's good. I think it's not a whole lot of successful people without a successful backbone. We looking at y'all, and y'all the standard for the young, power couple. So, yeah, you better believe I would love to have a partner that I could do business with and, grow with, not just as friends or as companions, but business partners and everything else. So, yeah, marriage is the goal.
Yeah.
yeah, I think the marriage part of us is like easy, but the business part is hard because I'm the boss at home. You know what I'm saying? I'm the
But
boss.
she lazy. That's what that means.
That's not what that means. What it means is you can't boss me around at home, but you can boss me around at work, and I can't separate the two. So he'd be like, "You ain't do what you was supposed to do today." I'd be like, "I cooked dinner, I washed the bathroom, I did all that." He'd be like, "That's not what I'm talking about," and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm talking about superfood," and I'd be like,
Got nothing to do with it.
"See, I can't. It's hard for me to balance because I'm
Yeah.
not used to that."
See, but I didn't know, like we were, people would even looking at us as a couple or something like that. Like the other day I was with my homeboy, he came up to the building and he said like, "Steezy, you the happiest," he said, "You the happiest nigga on earth. Like you the
That was
happiest married
so
nigga I know."
funny. That was so funny to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Huh?" He's like, You make it look good."
Y'all
Like,
making it look fun for sure.
he like, "You the happiest married guy I know." I was
That
like,
was
"Really?"
hilarious, though.
I was like, "Really?" Like,
I don't know.
I didn't know,
That's like one of the rules when we got married. Like, we gotta keep having fun. Like, because if we don't, we both gonna be like, I don't want to do this no more.
I'm boring though.
You are boring
Or
now.
at least I think I am in my head, but
Not all them trips to Jamaica and all over the place y'all be going. She helping you not be boring.
In my head, I'm bored.
And every time he be like, I don't think we should go out of town right now. We have so many things going on. And I'd be like, yeah, sure. I already paid for it. He'd be like, when? I'd be like, yesterday.
Yeah, because she asked, like, what you think about going to Jamaica? And I'd be like,
No, it's
yeah, we can do that. And she was like, bet.
No, everything
go
with
pay
him
for it.
is a cost. If I say an amount and he be like, that's a good price. That's great. If he be like, nah, that's too much, then I don't. But if he say it's a good price, cleared, it's done, baby. Don't play with me. All I be living for is a trip. That's all I be working for is to go on a trip.
So you see what you got to look forward to, you know,
I'm
what
sorry.
you asking for.
I'm not the best example. That was not
I wasn't supposed
do a
to ring it.
He just
My
said
bad.
we was like goals,
bad.
and now
My
you
bad.
like, no, fuck that, don't do it.
My bad.
I help you make the money though.
My bad.
I'm gonna help you spend it too.
You damn right.
Amen.
You damn right. She got on me because I be telling her, I told her to give me some money for something. Like, I'm going to pay you back.
He didn't pay
She
me
took the
back.
money from me and then wanted me to give her back the money. Like, what do you...
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So if we work together, I get the money, and then that's my money now. So it's my money. So then you say, give me money for this. That it's not your money no more. It's mine. So then you say you're going to pay me back, but you don't pay me back, which is fine because technically you don't have to pay me back.
Anyway,
But you say that like you really going to do it.
back to our
You
guest.
see what I'm saying?
I see how this all.
Back to our guest.
I see how everything goes.
He's a coach. You see how he just sat back and then just cut and then came back in with an evaluation. I see it. I see it. Anyway, so what is the aspiration after this? Like, you want to be like a 20-year Loyola coach? Do you plan to coach in like college?
Oh, that's what I wanna
Or
do.
professionally one day? You know what I'm saying? I know we on Loyola right now, but what's the future? You think the future?
You going to go pro?
Because I can see you elevating from here.
Yeah.
I think anything is possible. I did do basically an intern at Lawrence Tech, which is a good up and coming program. Last year, I was a volunteer coach at Lawrence Tech, so a college coach. I helped out, and that's where I kind of learned and prepped for Loyola also. So I do like college coaching. If you know somebody's going to pay you, that's your set job to coach football. That's good, but my number one immediate goal, I want to grow Loyola and I want to win the state championship. So that's the goal right now. But you know, the sky's the limit. But I plan to be at Loyola as long as they keep me.
Yeah. Now, how are you
what's up.
recruiting kids, and what type of kids do you want in your program?
They need some linebackers.
That's funny. Hey, we need some linemen. Any linemen out there want to come? But well, the good thing about Loyola is the school kind of matches what you would want to teach on the field. It's a disciplined school for young men. You know, even just starting with the principal, Wyatt, he has a mentoring program for kids, and he's like he's what you can look at as a man, a young man in the city. I believe I try to hold myself accountable to what you can look at as a young brother in the city that you know your kids can look up to, not just to send them to play football, but he can say, hey, what was your work career like, and I can teach him about my experiences in life and not just on the field. So we're looking to turn boys into men. That eighth going from 8th grade to 9th grade, that's a huge transition in their life. They're trying to figure everything out, you know, which road they're gonna go down. Are you about to be, you know, in the streets? You're gonna be sports, a ladies' man, whatever it is. They in that little transition, I believe. So we can catch them and groom these guys to be young men, which Loyola already does. I think 99 to 100% graduation rate.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
So that speaks for itself inside the school.
100.
100%. Yeah.
That means everybody is getting accepted to a college. That's
Yeah.
amazing to me. Just thinking about like when we graduated, how many
Right. 100%.
how many kids was 100% graduating and going to a college?
I never heard of it till I
Yeah.
heard that at Loyola. That was the first time I
I
heard
think
of it.
we was about a 70-30. But all the
pushing
football team was going to college. I will say that.
Shout out to Coach Mike.
Shout out Coach Mike there.
We was just watching some videos earlier, me and Hypno. You know, he had me watch one video, and then I'm watching videos for 30 minutes.
You fell down a rabbit hole.
OMG.
So, what's your relationship with your kid? Because you got kids, right?
I have a son, 11-year-old son.
One son. Okay.
Yep.
So, what's your relationship with her? Not, you know what I'm saying, with your son and, you know, not being married. That's not the baby mama you talking about, right? Not your son's mother.
He didn't
No.
say he was baby.
Okay.
Mama
No.
said he was dating.
Right. So you're getting it right. So, you know, being separate, I like to talk about these relationships between men and single mothers too while we're on the show. So, what's your relationship with your son? Because I know what type of father you are.
Yep. We'll go his mother first. We're great co-parent. She's happily married, and we co-parent. My son's 11. That's my best friend. That's my guy. You know, Amir. So, yeah. I mean, I love it. Father, I think having a kid changed my life and saved my life.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
What you mean by that? You can't just make a statement like that.
That was
Okay.
deep. What
So
you was into, nah?
it give you something to
Don't
think
let that
twice
baby
about.
face fool you.
It give you something. I mean, you know, I'm
Smile.
I'm from where everybody from, but when you have a kid, it just give you something to think about. You know,
Yeah.
around that age, I was, you know, when you 26, you think you can fight the world, take on the world, and you don't have no consequence but yourself. And you know, you don't care. You think you're tough and big and bad. But when you have a son, you got to think twice, or a kid in general. But you got to think twice, like, you know. And everything you do, my family is good at this anyway. I got brothers and uncles, so I kind of pride myself off anything I do in the dark. If my family and my uncles was to see it, would they approve of it? So I always hold myself to that standard. And having a kid, just take it times two. Like, I can't do certain things because I got to teach my son. I'm not going to do nothing that I wouldn't teach my son. Like, hey, I did this because X, Y, and Z. So I don't do things that I don't think is right to teach my kids. Like, you know, I'm not going to steal from you sitting right here because I'm going to tell my son, no, they let us in. You know, we don't steal. We're going to show them all the respect, you know, and everything. So just having a kid gave me that extra mindset.
That's what's up. Now, we always ask people too. Now, how much opinion do you give your children or your child? And we discussed this last week with Wyatt too a little bit.
See, you want to know what they're thinking, but you got to have a cutoff line. You know, you got to cut it short. My son is smart, you know, so I like to hear what he's thinking. And sometimes he have good opinions that, you know, I even take into consideration. But you got to cut it short and make sure a child stays in a child's place.
Ooh,
He does
ring on that.
he does a decent job. He's a good kid, so, you know, every now and then he get a little mouthy, but after you tell him one time, you get stern. You know, but
Yeah, we don't have no kids that say stuff that makes sense, so that's good that you got a kid that say something and you be like, you know what, that makes sense. They say stuff and we be like, where did you get that from? Like, where logic do that make sense in your brain? Oh Lord,
he's actually real smart. Like, I see a lot of myself in him. He thinks on the same kind of train of thought that I think on. So he surprises me sometimes.
That's awesome. I guess our kids think like us. Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe.
Oh, I didn't think about it that way.
Ooh,
So
maybe.
it's me.
Maybe. Now, tell us a little bit about where you grew up and your background. Like what's your relationship with both parents or whatever? You know, how you came
If you
up.
grew up in a single parent home or both parents, and then the relationships that you have with your parents.
I still got a great relationship with my parents. My parents are still together, so that's good. They, you know, we experienced stuff, but nothing that they didn't handle. And my father was good at teaching me how to be a man. You know,
That's what's
all
up.
the characters, everything I got to give back to my father. Great father. Yeah.
That's awesome, huh?
Gotta put a ring on that right there. Those words, you just gotta love them. Great father, you just like when you hear that come out of people's mouth because you don't hear that all often. And we talk about this on the show all the time. It's always grandma's house. You ain't never going to granddaddy house or daddy house. It's always grandma.
He's so irritated.
I'm going to my mama's house. I say this at like every other show. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna change
He
that.
said if his grandkids say grandma house, they ain't coming over. You better say it's my house too.
I'm gonna get a plaque right over the door that say the house that granddaddy built. That's what the outside is gonna say.
That's what it's gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
But grandma made it a home though.
That's fine, but this house.
So that's why they
Granddaddy
always
built
say
it.
grandma because grandma makes everything comfortable and loving, and that's just what
And
women
we
do.
don't want to change that. We want
just
that to stay
create.
the same. But granddaddy did 47 years at Chrysler to pay for this house.
For sure.
He can't even call it his. You know what I'm saying? No, granddaddy gonna get some of his back too. I'm gonna make sure.
I mean, that's true though. I agree with that though.
Yeah.
Daddy paid for it. Let him get his shine.
Yeah, I'm from 6 Mile and Robeson though.
Oh, snap.
Lauder Robeson. 6 Mile and Lauder Robeson. And then 20,000 Evergreen.
Yeah.
Hey.
He waited that out. Like, hold on.
Got it.
All right,
Gotta let him know. Gotta let him know.
Keep the party going.
Keep the party
all right,
going.
now I'm about to pivot into my question. Another question that I ask everybody. We kind of old on this question, but I got to keep asking it. Especially, I want to know.
It ain't about relationships, is it?
Not
No, I'm
yours.
joking. Go ahead.
Not yours.
I'm joking.
Yes, but not yours. What's your thought on Jada Pinkett Smith?
Lord.
She a bully.
Yeah.
That's a good one there.
She a bully.
Yo.
No, I mean.
Ain't
I
no
mean,
no, yes.
Well, I mean, but I believe. See, I'm gonna get into it, but I believe people only does what you allow them to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if Will was kind of standing up, then you wouldn't have them. My wife is not getting on no podcast and saying what I'm lacking in or whatever
In the bedroom.
to her.
Who does that?
If we got to talk on the side, we're gonna talk on the side. But that's gonna already be established. You're not gonna go nowhere and tell our business out in the public. But one more step back, I'm not gonna. I mean, I ain't the best person in the world, but I'm not gonna be lacking on satisfying my wife if that's my wife.
He gonna be you straight, right?
All right.
You straight?
For sure.
Don't go make
You
no
good?
podcast
You good?
and be talking about me.
For sure.
No red table, no purple table. I don't
No
want nothing.
tables.
No
No
tables.
tables.
No more locked doors.
I always say that, like that. Nobody's ever said that she's a bully, but yeah, I'm feeling the bully vibes from her.
She gonna call us on our show. She gonna cuss me out.
I
one
can't
day.
wait.
I got about 25 shows with that question.
She not gonna call you. She gonna have Will call you.
We're gonna just say
Check.
every person.
I hope he slapped me too.
Right.
I'ma fall out.
Right.
If he slap you, we both falling on the floor.
Right.
I felt that.
I'm taking you down with me. Like, I'm gonna grab you, pull you to the floor. We gonna call TC and say, nigga, fall on the floor.
Right.
You say what?
Will Smith just
okay.
slapped me. You fall too. I'm hitting
We
through the
all
phone.
falling, and we
We all
all
suing
getting
him.
millions.
You heard my mama. She had a heart attack when she heard the news. I'm coming for everything, Will. I ain't gonna be Chris Rock.
Okay.
You can believe that.
Ain't nobody got time.
So, since you a sports guy, I gotta ask you too. I only ask sports guys that I respect this question. And there's only two respectable answers. But who is your GOAT? LeBron, Kobe, or Jordan?
Mike, man. Mike.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have it. You don't get no ring on it, but
Mike.
Hey, you don't want to get
I
on this.
accept it.
Mike.
is a legendary
I accept Mike.
basketball
I accept
player.
Mike.
It
I
ain't,
accept
I
it.
mean, you want to go?
I mean, it's LBJ to me, but I
It's
accept Mike.
LBJ.
He just
Yeah.
got.
I love what LeBron do for the community and all that, but when you step on that basketball court, it ain't 6, 6, and 6. You know what that mean?
What?
Not the devil.
Well,
6 championships. 6-0 in the championship.
yeah,
6 MVPs,
Yeah.
Finals MVPs.
right.
That's
In a
in
6-year career?
not in a 6-year career.
Oh, okay. So he was losing like a mud too, then, right?
He was 6 for 6. The goal is how many ships you come out there.
Nah, that ain't just the goal. Don't you want to get there too?
Yeah.
You want to be in contention every year. That's what I liked. That's why I like LeBron. I like the 6 for 6, but he played 16, 17 years. So he lost 10. He didn't even make it there 10. LeBron made it to like 11, 12 finals. He lost a lot.
True.
But he was always in the running for the ring. Jay wasn't. Mike wasn't.
He wasn't.
He ain't win to the 90s. He got in the league in like 82, 83. He was
85.
getting bust.
85.
All right, he was getting bust. He was getting bust. LeBron came in the league and almost dethroned the Pistons.
Almost.
Like year 2.
You know what? About this conversation? You just said it. You just said a lot of almosts for LeBron. He got to the championship and almost won.
Yeah.
He almost dethroned the Pistons. I mean, he was he the greatest loser of ever, right? He lost the most times. He the greatest. I like LeBron, but don't compare. See, that's what they do. They compare LeBron to Mike.
Mike lost more though because he never even made it that far. He got swept. Like LeBron never got swept. He got swept a few times.
Okay.
In the first round.
See how you
playoff.
gotta, you know what I'm saying?
So that's kind of losing too. LeBron never got swept, and he never lost in the first round of the playoffs.
I mean, he didn't go just this last year, but
First time ever in his career.
They all great.
Didn't go.
They can all be great without having to bash each other. Because Kobe, Kobe. I love Kobe too. But for debate search, you're gonna debate LeBron and Mike, but
Kobe's
it's
the
Mike.
second Jordan, so that's why he's not
it's
in
hard,
it to me.
But
Like that's all he wanted to be.
His game is like a second Jordan emulate, but that killer instinct,
yeah, that's unmatched.
it's unmatched. So I can't argue with the Mamba.
I think all three of them had that drive that they wanted to be legendary. So they didn't go to the party, they wouldn't practice, and they did what they supposed to. Like they all have a right to be legendary in their years of playing.
And Mike and Kobe, like people hated them.
Yeah, I did not like
everybody
Kobe.
loves LeBron.
He's such a likable guy. He's like a nice all around guy. Like I don't know him personally, but I feel like I do in my head. And he married his high school sweetheart. They had children. Like he built the school. He pays for kids to go to college and gives them free stuff. Like you just be like, oh, he's so nice. You know what I'm saying? And Mike ain't nice. He got $300 shoes that come out every year for the same price, and they keep going up. Like he married to a white woman now. Listen, I don't really like Mike. I mean, but the game, his game, you can't deny that. You can't deny talent if I like you or not. So
For 6 years, he was a killer. I'm gonna give him 6 years.
Here we
But
go.
we gotta add them other 10 years to the resume. That's all I'm saying.
13
Okay.
years, but
Okay.
I mean, he didn't win. He just winning MVPs, scoring titles,
Which
MVP, of
which
the league,
kinda makes it
Rookie
worse.
of the years.
He won the dunk contest, the MVP, and got swept in the first round.
now that is bad though, but whatever.
But anyway, no argument. But people, I just need people to attach the rest of his career to his record.
They
That's
do.
all.
That
I
career
don't
is
think they
amazing.
do.
That resume is amazing.
They just put the 6 years he won the championship. They don't really
No,
add.
that just highlights.
Because you don't
They
know
only
let me
add
ask you.
about
17
the
years.
loser.
All right,
Because-
hold on.
Because when
Get me out my
LeBron,
shell now.
LeBron was in year 19 and he 38. When Mike was 37, 38, he wasn't doing what he doing.
This is true.
That's true.
And he switched teams. He was on the Wizards. Yeah, he scored a couple.
The
but
Wizards was
he wasn't
horrible.
doing nothing.
Come on, he should have
He came-
retired.
He switched and taken championships to different places. Like everywhere he go, he just put them in the finals.
Hey,
That's
Mike
good.
Mike averaged 28, 5, and 5 his rookie year. So if you're gonna say LeBron, Mike wasn't doing what LeBron was doing at 38, but LeBron wasn't doing what Mike was doing at 22.
He definitely was.
What?
Only different was Mike was on a trash team with
So
Doug
Cleveland was
Collins.
great. Cleveland was good when
Oh,
Mike came back.
once LeBron stepped into that arena, Cleveland was good. He took Eric Snow and Danielle Marshall and
He did.
Dikembe. No,
put him on his
Dikembe
back.
wasn't even there. Arvidas Sabonis.
oh my
He
God!
took them boys to the Eastern Conference Finals as like a rookie, sophomore.
Come on, baby, you better tell him.
Jordan did put
LB.
28 and 5, but they was trash. They was trash. They was last in the Eastern Conference when he did that. So he wasn't doing nothing. He ain't had no choice but to be showtime. You know what I'm saying? They was losers.
Yeah.
So they was just like, Mike, you got to fill the stand.
Who's the greatest quarterback of all time?
Big game, Tom Brady.
Brady.
Hands down.
Why, let me ask you, why is he the greatest? Who's second?
I don't know.
Who's second?
Maybe Joe Montana after.
Joe and Brady. Why are they better than everybody else?
Because they do everything better and they win.
They win. How much did Montana? Let's take Montana. How much did Montana win?
2.
2? 4. I'm gonna help you. 4.
I thought he went to 4 and won 2. Okay, he won 4.
4. That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
Oh, so he
That's
one
very
of the
good.
best because he won 4.
Quarterbacks, yeah. And
How many did Brady
and everything else. Brady 6.
6. That's good.
He went to like 9 though.
That's good.
Yeah.
6. Oh,
That's great.
so is that the defining factor why he's the best?
No,
to go?
no.
Because even with the 6, he did it better than everybody. And even when he didn't win, he still was in the running.
Okay.
He wasn't never out of it. And then what made Brady the best because we thought it was the Patriot way. And then he left at 40 and went to Tampa Bay and won the ship. So
That's
it's
crazy.
him.
So let me ask you this:
I like Tom Brady.
why, if you was to pick one reason why Brady was the best, what would you say?
Well, that would be my reason right there. Like I call that the Bill Walton effect. He left the Patriots, went to Tampa Bay,
That's a
and
good
won the ship
analogy.
the
Won
first
the ship.
year after that.
So why would give me one good reason why Montana would be, one of the top?
Because in that day, you know what I'm saying, he stayed with his team right there in that day and put together a dynasty. You know what I'm saying? You can't really put together a dynasty in 2022. But in the 80s, you could put together a dynasty. And them boys had a dynasty. They won 4 rings. And they went to, like 8 AFC championships?
Oh, I don't know all these facts.
But so let me ask you
Y'all
this.
getting too deep into football.
Well, it was kind of a setup.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
I know what he tried to
Okay.
set me up for
Oh,
Jordan.
that
So
makes
look,
sense.
The
That makes sense.
consistent
So-
staying in the playoffs is the difference between the two.
So let me break it down. Since she say she, so if somebody was to say Brady is the best, we gonna say because he won the most ships. We don't. And Brady played for what 20 years.
Yep.
He got 6, right?
But he went to 9
But he
or
went
10.
to 9 or 10. Even Montana played for 15, 16, however many years and won 4. That's great. Now, do they say? Let me ask you this, brother, the engineer over here. He probably not even on camera. But so do they say, hey, Montana is the best, or he's not the best because out of those 4 he won, he didn't win 11 other years, or do they talk about the 4 that he did win?
Football different.
So Mike is the
Football
only
is
one.
different.
Mike is 6. He won the most out of all the greats. I mean, wingman greats, not Russell and. But anyway, he won the most. But they try to separate the 6 that he won and try to talk about the ones he lost.
I'm saying.
That's the only person I ever saw that do.
But you could bring up Robert Horry and people like that who got more rings.
They got
So
rings, but they
we
wasn't.
can't define the NBA as just rings. The NFL is different.
You can't define them as just rings, but when you're the best player, see the reason people break it down, they think it's just defined off rings. It's the best players is this good. Kobe is this great, and Mike is this great. So you need to start getting every little thing to separate them greats. And Mike got 6 rings, so that's why we separate him from the other greats. Like, okay, Barkley is a great power forward.
He ain't get no rings, did he?
That
0.
So what's he defined as? So when they talk about Tim Duncan, they gonna say, well, Duncan won. They not gonna talk about the years Duncan lost. They're gonna talk about the years he won. So why they try to do that? Steven, I mean, the one guy tried to make that with Mike and he ran with it.
None of them are in the conversation of the GOAT. That's why it is. So we got to critique him the hardest. That's like they critique LeBron. Because he lost in all these championships. All right, but he made it. I'd rather lose in the championship game than to lose or not make the playoffs.
Him
That's
being
just
a
me.
force in the East is amazing, or wherever he at.
Yeah.
He a walking get to the championship.
And that's all.
That's
I'm saying.
amazing.
That wasn't Jordan.
So
because
he
if he
definitely
was,
is in the
he
level
would've
of
did it more.
goatism.
Yeah, they both kind of goats. I mean, it's just your pick.
I take it. I take that. All right, let's pivot. Let's get into this trivia game before we get out of here. See the hour going on.
Oh, is it? It was short.
We got about 4-5 minutes.
All right,
so
all right.
We're going to get into this trivia game. We got to ask you 3 questions. You get 2 out of the 3 right, you win the game. You lose 2, you got it. So I'm going to give you some, since you're a realtor, I'm going to give you the question that nobody has got correct to this day. Name, and we broadened it. Give me 5, and he the king. He know. Give me 5 Detroit zip codes in a minute.
48228, 48227, 48205, 48235, 48213.
13, is that it? Wait a minute. 213, is that one? I don't know that one.
48204.
I don't know that one either.
Yeah, it is. It's East.
I don't know 204.
See, y'all don't know.
I know 206.
48217.
I know
I'm still a minute.
207. I know 207.
Oh, that's easy. That was easy.
No
I
one got that question at all.
Oh, I got that.
3
Yeah,
months.
I do that.
All right, you got that
48238.
one. All right, we're going to make it a little harder. Being a 20,000 Evergreen alumni, that's Henry Ford.
Trojans.
Yeah. What year did Henry Ford open his doors? 1957, 1954, or 1960?
You supposed to know this.
Do we?
We went there.
I'm really thinking 1957, but the way you do it, you wouldn't have said it the first one unless you already got them pre. But 1957.
Final answer?
Yes.
That's correct. Correct on that one.
Hey.
He got that one. That's a good. I didn't think he was gonna get it, man. That's
You're
a
pretty
good
good
one
at
there.
this.
Shit, can he be the first to go 3 for 3?
I don't know.
I'm about to give you a hard one here. I'm about to give you a hard one here, Coach. Coach Joe Hoskins was named Henry Ford head coach from 1982 to 89. During that time, he won 3 consecutive PSL championships. What years? 3 in a row. What years?
It's a hard one. Dang.
He was coached from 82 to 89.
85, 86, 87.
Final.
No, it ain't. It's bumped up one. It's 86, 87, 88. And maybe that last year he didn't win. 86, 87, 88.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Got that wrong. 83, 84,
Oh,
85.
early? And then, oh, damn. Okay. Coach Mike gonna be mad because we talk all the time. Me and Coach Mike talk all the time. Damn.
Yeah, 83, 84, 85, he won the championships. But you still win the game. He got 2 out of the 3 right, so he knew the assignment. And we get that right there. So, back to it. Tell the people where to reach you at Loyola, your handles and all that.
You know, I'm on my Facebook name is T Sims. I'm Coach Sims 313 on Twitter. I'm on Instagram, T_Sims6. You can get my phone number. This is all family. 313-971-5199. Again, 313-971-5199. That's if you have a kid that wants to go to Loyola High School. That's if you want to buy or list a house.
We're going to that next. We're
Okay,
going
sorry.
to that next.
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh, you got everything.
That's Loyola. So now that we got that out the
Okay.
way, the people who might be interested in selling or buying a house, how do they get in contact with you?
My email is t.sims@kw.com. t.sims@kw.com. Email me or call that same phone number, 313-971-5199.
All right.
All right, I just want to say thank you, T. Sims, for coming out and talking with us tonight. It was very interesting. I learned a lot of new stuff about you.
Appreciate it.
And yeah, that's it.
And I need my
Yeah, I
Elderberry.
got you. It's in the car.
I got sick 2 times in 3 years. I've been taking that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only 2
Stop
times in 3
playing.
years.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you won the game, so that's gonna be your
Oh,
prize.
okay.
right
Oh, look
there.
at me. Yeah, we about to be real healthy around here.
So with that said, I want to thank T. Sims for coming in and being a part of the show. I want to thank my wife over here for just being pretty and saying what she got to say.
Aw, that's so sweet.
know what I'm
He's
saying?
trying to get longer tonight. Okay.
Yeah. So I always appreciate good brothers when they come through. If you got a kid, it's an all-boys school. So if you got a young son that want to get into that private school life or you want to get them into it, go holler at Wyatt Jones. Go holler at Coach T. Sims over here at Loyola High School. Big ups to them. If you're looking for a house, holler at T. Sims. If you're trying to sell your house, holler at T. Sims.
Gotcha.
We want to thank everybody for coming through. Till then, you can go on YouTube, Spotify, or Google Podcasts to watch all our past episodes. Go watch them. Go subscribe to the channel. Till then, let's put a ring on it.
Yay.
everybody, welcome to the show.
Hey,
Just put a ring on
put
it.
a ring on it.
Hosted by the Steezes.
KB and Nate.
These are relationship goals. Hey, put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. These are relationship goals. Hey, put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. Yeah. And if you like it, you should put a ring on it. Yeah. Put a ring on it. The Steezies.
I don't think we can do it together, babe. You make me nervous.